Dallas would be so much further along if you bitches would stop throwing witchcraft at each other. Baneful fucking magic, energy, harvesting and swiping. I've been here since about 2016, 17. Got off the truck right before Rona, about 2018, 2019, and I seen some shit and it didn't make sense until I came out of the fog here recently in the last 6 months. And we used to meet up. We used to do a lot of really cool stuff, have yoga circles and things like that. And there was a group of individuals who was always popping up at different folks' events. And one thing I noticed, because pattern recognition, is shortly after these groups of individuals, roughly about three females in this instance, shortly after that shit would end up disbanding. Businesses, concepts, they just fizzle out. And then the originators of said thing, they would stop doing that thing, or they would up and move and leave the city. Then they start moving around and appearing crazy when they did show up online or in public spaces. But I recognize firsthand from experience, from survived, lived experience, they're like, no, they were studying you, doing what was needed just to get close to you. Whether they ended up getting a piece of your hair or love bombing you to the point where you end up in relationships with them or doing events with them. It's just, and then, after a while, you just realize, like, why am I just not starting to feel like myself anymore? But you're still hanging out and confiding with these people, smoking with them, drinking with them, tying them up. Allowing them to mentor you, and next thing you know, you got your partner being mentored by these people and just making your jewelry and doing your hair and preparing your herbs and going to their church and doing their Halloween stuff. And next thing you realize, like, oh no, they actually want you to prepare to take a position in their organization because they're going to actually try and overthrow a church or overthrow an organization. And it's like, damn. And you wonder why the things that you used to love, the places that you used to love, you suddenly don't like it no more. You don't want to do it no more. And then you see that same group of individuals doing that thing, hosting events. Now they're living in that lifestyle and doing that thing. And it's just like doing the herbs, doing the crystals, hosting the events. And it's like, wow. I remember when I first attempted to come into like the queer, specifically the queer socializing, trying to dip my toe in. There was this really cool event that I went to, and I even taught a little yoga session there. I still had dreads at the time. But anyway, fast forward, I was deleting some images, because I need space for what's coming in the future, future relationships and partnerships and shit like that. And I was looking at old footage, and I looked around the room, and I'm like, dang, I remember all these people. And then they don't look how they used to look no more. Matter of fact, this one changed completely. Matter of fact, this one left the country, that one left the state, that one left the country, this one ain't even who was. And I'm just like, what's the common denominator? And I'm looking around the room, and I was like, this person was there, that person was there, this, like, it's always these same three roughly individuals. And then the man or woman behind the scene is never there. The one really pulling the strings. Or one's really pulling the strings. And I'm sure it's the same way in the music industry or the religious church industry. I just know from where God anointed and appointed me to be, to bear witness to what was happening in this particular city. And then the car accidents and the freakish car accidents that was happening to other individuals, and then it happened to me. And what I noticed is when those individuals were attempting to part ways, when that certain group of that three, and then the branches of a tree, just think a branch of a tree, like it just kept, but they were all hijacked. They were hijacked. They were hijacked. One of them in particular, she's a body painter. The other one, she does like cacao and like sound bowls, past life regression. The other one, she like to run around as if she's a fairy, fake ass Oshun, smelling like death, coming. And I know they came into people's lives because they appeared to be knowledgeable in their crafts at that time. And they all went back feeding information. Who's the next up and coming, this, that, or the other. The next thing you know, they're not up and coming no more. They spiraling. They appear to be losing their mind. They're fired. They're zhuzh. Dallas, you really had a good thing here. And I'm not just talking about myself, but I mean like the people that was really cared and gave a fuck about the culture here. But if y'all don't stop with this fucking weird ass spell work shit, if you don't get to the bottom of your abandonment issues, the shit that makes you susceptible to being hijacked by vampires, unethical vampires, I mean real life fucking vampires, those they can use and manipulate, like Twilight, they could compel others, you know, to do things. If y'all don't get to the bottom of y'all shit, y'all gonna continue hurting and harming other people. And I'm on to my next assignment. Like, for all intents and purposes, let's just say they won. You guys, you won. I surrender. White flag. I quit. Y'all got it. Okay? So, y'all can have all that shit back. I'm back. I have me back. So yes, all of that, do it. Have at it. The queer yoga, the kink, the BDSM, everything that I was trying, everything that I was sent here to do, you can have it. Have it. You win. Okay? I'm so beyond serious. You guys, the only way you can really combat these things are to really get to the root and like really integrate with your shadows. Don't put off your karma on the next person and through spell work and shit like that. Don't do that shit. Don't try to swap destinies with people. Like, just lean into your own purpose. That's really it. And I know it's probably easier said than done, but it's not a microwave type situation. Like, it takes years. It takes time. So that's it. That's my time, Dallas. It's on to the next city, country, love. I came, I saw, I witnessed, and got the fuck on. And you can too.